Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you live or work anywhere near Southern California, you already know the deal. The sun is just relentless. Today, we're going to completely transform how you handle that intense heat, the blinding glare, and the constant UV exposure. Let's get right into it.
Quickly, here's our roadmap. We're looking at the California sun problem, exploring solutions for your auto, home, and business, diving into why not all films are equal, breaking down the real costs, and finally weighing mobile versus shop installations.
Section 1, the California sun problem. So, picture this. Have you ever stepped into a parked car in the middle of July? You know exactly what I'm talking about. That visceral, physical wince when that trapped heat literally smacks you in the face. You're walking across an asphalt parking lot in LA County, the UV index is off the charts, and popping your car door feels exactly like opening a preheated oven.
It's just like this quote says, your leather seats feel like an absolute frying pan. You are essentially sitting inside a mobile greenhouse. Your AC is screaming, fighting a completely losing battle against the glass. Plus, those invisible, relentless UV rays, they're actively cooking your interior, fading your dash, and causing crazy eye strain while you're just trying to commute. And honestly, what makes it worse is what we call the epidemic. You've seen it, that awful, purple, bubbly rash on car windows at the grocery store. It looks like the glass has a skin condition. That right there, that's the result of cheap film, rush labor, and the unforgiving California sun just tearing it apart. It's a total failure of a product that's actually supposed to protect you.
Moving right along to Section 2, auto, home, and business.
Modern window film is so much more than just a car accessory. Sure, for your vehicle, it's a lifesaver against UV rays and that blinding glare on the 405 freeway. But think bigger. If your living room turns into a literal sauna every afternoon, or if you've got an office full of employees squinting at their monitors because of the glare, you don't just have to hang ugly blackout curtains. Architectural window films are this elegant, permanent fix that blocks the solar heat right at the glass, which in turn saves you a ton on utility and air conditioning costs.
But hold on, here is a really common misconception. You cannot, and I mean absolutely cannot, just slap automotive film onto your house windows. They are completely different beasts. Automotive and residential films are chemically and mechanically engineered to interact with entirely different types of glass. Using car tint on your house can actually cause your home's windows to crack or shatter. So knowing the difference is absolutely crucial for making a smart investment.
Which brings us to Section 3. Not all films are equal.
There is a massive spectrum of quality out there. Down at the bottom, you've got budget dyed film. Sure, it's the cheapest up front, but it only lasts 2 to 4 years before it turns into that purple, bubbly nightmare we just talked about. Plus, it only blocks about 30 to 40% of the heat. It's a total false economy. Stepping up to carbon gets you a better lifespan with zero fading, but the real magic? That happens in the premium tiers with ceramic and nano-ceramic. They cost more initially, but they use advanced materials to selectively block the heat while letting visible light pass right through. Nano-ceramic actually gives you a lifetime warranty and up to 85% heat rejection. I mean, that is just maximum top-tier performance.
All right, Section 4, breaking down tinting costs.
You've probably seen those neon signs advertising a $150 tint job. And yeah, base pricing for a standard sedan with a cheap dyed film might start right around there. But honestly, you have to realize that's just a starting line. Several variables are going to quickly bump up that final quote, and knowing what they are is going to make you a much smarter buyer.
It really comes down to simple physics and labor. Got a large SUV or a truck? That's more surface area and more material, which adds roughly $50 to $200. Want a windshield strip or a sunroof tinted? Highly recommend it for heat reduction, by the way, but that's another $50 to $150. And then there's the glass itself. If you have a sports car with heavily curved rear glass or a delicate vintage classic, you are paying for expert labor. A pro is going to charge a 25 to 50% premium for that specialized care. And trust me, it is 100% worth it to avoid a botched job. Finally, Section 5, mobile versus shop installation. So how do you actually get this done without losing your mind in busy LA traffic? The contrast and convenience here is wild. Driving to a physical shop, waiting around in a sterile lobby, or trying to catch a ride back home, that easily eats up half your day. On the flip side, mobile service usually adds a $50 to $100 premium, but the technician brings the entire setup right to your driveway or your office parking lot. You literally get back 3 or 4 hours of your life to work or just relax inside while your property gets upgraded.
Look, the California sun isn't going anywhere anytime soon, but how you experience it, that can completely change. Investing in the right window film, whether it's for your ride, your house, or your business, is way beyond just trying to look cool. It's a massive, highly cost-effective, long-term upgrade for your health, your daily comfort, and your energy bills. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer. I'll leave you with this. The next time you look out your windows, ask yourself, are you controlling your environment or is the sun controlling you?